Okay, so we're at lesson 3 here for Debussy's Arabesque. We're doing bars 10 to 16. Oh my god, this section, I just found it really hard. Harder than I feel like it should have been, because we're not doing cross rhythms, we're not doing our massive arpeggios, we're not like all over the keyboard, and yet it was crazy. So if you look at this section, it's really, you can divide it into two distinct ideas. Like there's two vibes going on here basically. You've got the first 3 bars, which is like a broken chord up and down in your left hand and a bit of noodling in your right hand. And then you have the second musical idea, which is made up of these broken chords in your left hand, broken 4-note chords going up, 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 up the piano, and the right hand repeating a motive until the top as well. And with this idea of motion, lots of motion increasing. Let's look first at your right hand placement on the keyboard. Let's just look at the straight up position of the right hand. Ignore the actual chord. So we've got this. Which amounts to same position. Okay, so we're going to try that with the left hand and just listen. We'll ignore the crazy, we're not doing any proper musical analysis in this. So ignore all that, just play the left hand as written and play the right hand position chords, okay? It'll look something like this. Sounds really pretty, hey? And you really get a sense of this upward sweeping motion of the music. Pretty cool, hey? So let's reverse that. Left hand as chords and get an idea of where the hand positions are and also what chords. Like this is what kept tripping me up, was figuring out like what chord is the left hand playing, what notes. It's just they change slightly but they're very close, and I did all sorts of like things to try and figure it out. And in the end, just kind of chunking it as a chord and seeing how that all works together really helped. The right hand was really staying in one position for each bar. The left hand, because we're doing these sweeping ups and downs, or up, up in each section, we're going to switch positions mid-bar, and often though it'll be the same chord. And then when we get into this kind of second vibe section, they're so spread out, so we're going to split them up on each quarter note beat. So can you really hear, even in like a chunking out of the chords, this movement that's coming out in it. So going with that, we'll do the same thing with the left hand, focusing on its position on the keyboard and getting an idea and visual of the chords that it's playing, and we'll add the right hand in as it's written. that a few times, both those exercises, the left hand playing the chords and right hand playing chords, the idea is really to get a sense of the hand position, more so even than the chords. We want to know where are your hands and where are they in each bar as they move up the piano. So moving on, we've got an idea of where our hand positions are. The other thing that really helped me make sense of this, especially the left hand, is noticing where the anchor notes are. So what I mean by that is, as the left hand is doing its little wave, there are notes that keep coming back throughout the whole thing. So through this first section, look for the C and C sharp and the E. So we have the same, they're actually in the same position in those. So the chord is moving around those. Now we're moving up a bit further. The C and the E are still there as anchors. We're just looking at the middle C now. Paying attention to that in the second half of the section, but also now we've got the C sharp, the E, and now watch for this A sharp. Comes back all the time. So you always have 3 same notes in each grouping here. Play it and play the right hand in chords. May as well solidify the hand position and add a bit of music to it. So again, this is all to help make sense of what's going on here. And if it doesn't help you play the notes, it'll definitely help you memorize them and know and understand what's going on. So play around with all of this. The final exercise we're going to do is solidifying that hand position on the keyboard. It's going to be right and left hand in chunks. And let's just move up the keyboard. And when you play this, really listen to how beautiful it is. How beautiful, and what these chords and this movement up the piano, how it makes you feel, how it brings motion to the music, even without all the chaos of the left hand and right hand actually playing the moving notes. Just feel how the chords and the position on the piano affect the music. All right, so for a really chaotic section of what's going on, I hope that helped. I hope that gives you something to practice that'll really solidify the idea of what's happening and solidify where your hands are as you move across the keyboard in this section. So, technique side quest. We're going to channel those left hand broken 4-note chords. Again, choose whatever key you want. I have them written out in, my suggestion is do it in the keys that show up in the piece. We've got E major, we've got F sharp minor, and C sharp minor. Feel free to do hands separately. Feel free to do hands together, whatever works for you.